Yes, it is not a hoax. We are finally back with a sprint on this fabulous circuit of the Americas here in Austin, Texas.
Yeehaw!
Right after the very first race at the East Coast in Miami, and next year we will even have a third track in the US. What a time to be alive.
Oh, also appreciating every second. An anti-clockwise 5.5 kilometers long track includes everything needed for some drama. Big elevation changes, mad chicanes. The Americans obviously exactly know what the viewer wants to see.
Can't disagree with that. This might be one hell of a ride, and we are on for a home race with being on board of the American Haas and Mick Schumacher today. Would be nice to bring some points home here for the team. Let's jump to the grid. It's race time, ladies and gentlemen, and oh, how much I need this right now.
Me too, it feels like the last one was months ago. Lights are out and away we go. Schumacher has a good start, very careful at first, but now fully sending it and already overtaking both Williams. Let's see how this is gonna turn out in turn 1, which we are approaching now.
Approaching fast. Will there be enough space? Oh!
Hallelujah!
Wow, that was close. Going for the outside, and it seems like he just overtook 5 cars. Now going for Sainz on the left. Will he make it? And he does. My lord, shouldn't have forgotten my blood pressure pills today.
But jokes aside, you really need blood pressure pills?
What? No, how old do you think I am? 50?
Well, not 50, but...
Okay, you know what? Spare me your assessment. Monaco now on turn 7, making a good job so far in my opinion, regarding it's his first race here in Austin as well. But he needs to keep his focus until the very end, since this track has its pitfalls.
Yeah, in fact it really does. And the next turn 11 is one of the most difficult ones. Schumacher already struggled there during free practice. Let's see how he deals with it now.
Yes, looks okay to me. He's still very careful with the throttle, but can you judge him? He just passed 6 entire cars in the first half of lap 1, 5 of them in turn 1 alone, so you can be sure that he wants to bring this home safely.
Yes, I totally agree. Here we can see a new animation which got included recently, showing some telemetry about speed, gears and such. A nice little addition, I think.
Indeed, with every race they find something new to improve.
Well, they should. I mean, it's their job.
Ooh, listen to the big boss here.
What do you mean? It's true, isn't it?
Yes, you could say so. Anyway, now in turn 15, which is very difficult, not only due to this strange layout at the spot, but also because turn 15 is a little banked on the inside, which can lead to spinalas. Pay attention to that in the next laps.
The same applies to this current turn, which actually consists of 3 individual turns. If you get them right, you can take them smoothly like one single curve, but if you don't, then you don't. Exactly.
Monaco just missed track limits at turn 19, didn't receive a warning yet, but still he should prevent those mistakes. Lap 1 is now complete, 4 more laps remain, and Mick Schumacher is only 1 single position away from the points.
Very good for him, so let's hope that he brought his blood pressure pills today, right?
Yeah, a good one. But I'm not 50, just to be clear.
If you say so, pal. Monaco now going for Vettel, both racing each other towards turn 2. Will it be enough?
No, unfortunately not. But this surely might get a little interesting, especially regarding the next straight. Now on board through the chicane. Very hard to do your gears and apexes properly here. Left, right. This chicane can be so crucial.
I agree. Rear view from Mick with Sainz right behind Monaco, waiting for some kind of mistake to take advantage. Ferrari most definitely not happy with having him on P12 currently.
Also with Charles on P9, surely not.
And Sainz fully missing the track, not what he intended to do, probably because Monaco had to brake a little harder in turn 10, leading to confusion at Carlos and the miss of track limits.
That's right. Let's take a little look at the race start. Monaco started from P17 behind Russell, whom he overtook right afterwards. Everybody fully shooting it towards turn 1. Now watch Schumacher taking the outside and just passing everybody with an ease, since the turn is getting very wide there, telling himself thank you very much. Little bonus gift with overtaking Sainz on the exit as well.
Just unbelievable. Very well done.
Now this one should please Günther, shouldn't it? What do you think?
I really hope it does, since in the end this is what we want to see from our rookies. Nevertheless, to make the team really proud, I think it's necessary to get into the points, meaning Schumacher still needs to pass at least one more driver, and the next one in front is not only a very good friend to him, but also a 4-time world champion. Of course, I'm talking about Sebastian Vettel in his Aston Martin, currently on P10.
Normally I would say that this is a very hard nut to crack, but as we know, Sebastian struggles with his car since the first race in the season. Well, having a Haas overtaking a former world champion sounded like a fairy tale in the past, but nowadays everything is different. Let's see how this is gonna turn out. Here we go!
DRS not yet activated for that straight, but Schumacher doesn't need it anyway. ERS on full discharge on both cars. Nevertheless, Mick just had the better exit at the last turn, and as it seems, a better entry into turn 1. This is looking very good for the Haas.
It does indeed. What a nice battle between the Germans. Maybe not that motivating for Vettel, but Mick really needed this too in terms of motivation. P10 for Monaco, meaning Haas, ladies and gentlemen, just got into the points.
Finally, I mean, how long did that journey take?
Way too long, but I really hope that they still look like rockstars in the end, since we know to finish first or second or third or 10th, first you have to finish. It would surprise me if Sebastian would just let go now.
I can tell he will not do that, and he wouldn't for nobody, not even for Mick. He's going to wait for Monaco to make a mistake so he can use that as an advantage for his revenge attack, and since he's right behind him...
he struggles, there's the mistake!
Just at the perfect spot, he will now give everything to overtake on the straight. Schumacher now in very big trouble.
Most definitely not looking good. Sebastian also had quite a bad exit at turn 11, but he's still close enough for some good slipstream. Now getting closer and closer. Is this it? Will he pass Monaco in turn 12? Who has a little lockup? Gonna get close again?
Here comes Mick on the very inside and saving his position. Now that's what I call a sprint. Well done by both of them. But this only showed that Mick now has somebody in his rear who will take every single opportunity to overtake until the very end of the race. Talking then about how this might affect his pace for the rest of the sprint, I think he will have a hard time if he intended to overtake Leclerc in front as well, or to even get further.
Yep.
This is now gonna be 100% about total defense.
And P10, meaning getting into the points in general, is way more important than risking all of this for just one single extra point in case he would manage it to get onto P9, for example. It's just not worth the risk.
The radio, please, Scotty.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
But I disagree with your statement that this is all about defense now.
Okay.
If Monaco is able to improve his pace and to lower the distance to the Ferrari, like right now, he should at least show that more would be possible if the circumstances are right. Here we can see the fine overtake by Schumacher on Vettel towards turn 1, looking very clean there on both sides, where Sebastian seemed to lack some power, therefore giving way to Monaco.
And a little slow-mo of him losing his rear in turn 11, being very close to Spinella even more. A good save in my opinion, but still it could not prevent the next attack by Sebastian on the straight. Let's see this again from his perspective, shall we?
Yes, we shall. ERS on overtake, DRS on incoming, opening the wing and staying inside the slipstream until it's time to attack. The straight here is very long, but I think Sebastian wished at this moment that the straight would be a few hundred meters longer, already approaching the braking zone, watching Monaco struggling with the brakes, but still he remains ahead.
Now back on the same straight, but during lap 4, the race is already slowly coming to an end. What do you think? Can Mick keep his head cool enough to bring this home? Or is it even frosty enough to also go for Leclerc, who is currently right in front of him? The distance to Vettel increased a bit as well. If he is not on mode defense, what is on now in your opinion?
Yeah, well, I guess he's currently on mode get into the points without everything up. Something like that.
Oh, never heard of this mode before. It must be a new one.
I know, right? But seriously, I think Schumacher knows that saving the point has the biggest priority now. But let's not forget that he's still a rookie who also needs to show that he has the skill in general for becoming a world champion one day.
Seriously? Is that right?
What? He needs supporters, so something like P9 or P8 would definitely impress more people. But is it worth the risk on the last lap? I personally do not think so.
I totally share your opinion there.
Okay, we're starting the last lap. No overtaking, just hold the position to the end. Last lap, get it to the home.
So now on the final lap, ladies and gentlemen, and you maybe did notice the recent status of our poll about which person is becoming our next driver of the day. 19% voted for Perez, who is now on P1, of course, an outstanding result. Astonishing 33% voted for Mick Schumacher.
A very good poll
it
for him.
Is usually never so high for one single person, but Latifi, who we actually forgot a bit in the past, managed to get unbelievable 38% of all voters. How did this happen? What did we miss?
I have no clue, but I remember that Latifi started in the back of the grid
P16.
on P16, thank you. But now being on P8, this is incredible, meaning he overtook Schumacher somewhere as well. This probably occurred in the very first turn of lap 1. Maybe we should take a little look at this real quick afterwards as well.
Yeah, we are definitely going to watch a replay on him. But first we want to see Mick passing the checkered line safely, which is still not fully guaranteed. Everybody's so close to each other. This is odd, especially when you notice the leaderboard showing almost every single driver within DRS range.
But only after 5 laps.
Yeah, of course, it only has been 5 laps, but still, normally you would expect to see bigger gaps between at least a few cars.
True as well, gotta admit that, yes. If you just can't get enough of Formula 1 and Mr. Monaco in general, we are pleased to offer some more exclusive content on our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok in particular, so feel free to join the network and to become a SkyQ or SkyGlass customer. Just hit like and subscribe to support the channel.
Boring. Besides, how much did you even get paid to say this line? Want to tell this to our viewers as well, huh?
Nothing? Why? What do you mean? Are you getting paid for this?
Oh boy. Anyway, Perez wins the Austin Grand Prix. P10 for Mick Schumacher. Congratulations!
It's checkered flag, Mick, checkered flag.
Yeah, obviously happy for the team. We'll get better.
And Latifi actually became driver of the day. I mean, wow, what is the reason for that? Turn off the music and show the replay of the start again. What was going on there?
I have no idea. Starting from P16, finished on P8. Very good points for Williams. Look at his start. He gets away nicely. On his right there would be Magnussen, Russell and Schumacher in the moment. Now shooting for the inside and holla!
My God, when did he even brake?
God.
This was the sickest dive bomb I've ever seen without making one single contact to another car. But honestly, Was that even legal?
No
That looks
way.
very dangerous.
And without Norris braking very hard for Latifi at this spot, this would have gone very differently.
I agree. Oof. But there's the man who did everything right. Perfect result for the Bulls with P1 and 2. Good job indeed. Unfortunately, this is it again, folks, and you know the drill. Thank you very much for joining us here in Austin, Texas.